Hello and welcome to E2School. You're here with me. My name is Kay and I'm here to take you on a tour. So if you've got any questions or you're not sure about something and how to use your account, then this is the right lesson for you. That's what we're going to go and do today. So basically, if you've got questions for me, type them in the chat box at any time and I will then change the lesson to show you that part of in the school. So hello, I can see a hello already from Naim, I think is that how I say your name? I hope I've got it right. So hello already, nice to see you, nice to meet you. And so anyone else who joins us, if you've got a question, just type it in the chat box. But I need your help first, and I'm going to start with what we normally do in a live class, which is checking that the teacher's technology is working. And so I need your help for that. And you, Naim, you're already using the chat box really well, but for everyone else, it's down the bottom of the screen. So my first question for you, sorry. My first question for everyone is, can you hear me? So if you can hear me, at the bottom of the screen, there's that little speech bubble. That is the chat box. If you click on that, you can then type yes or no if you can hear me. Excellent. Good start. So my second question is, you can hear me. What about picture? Can you see everything on my screen? So can you see these questions as I'm asking it? Excellent. So that's my technology and I'm good to go, but let's talk about your technology. So whenever you join us in a live class, you will be using the Zoom chat box, which you're doing really well already. So great. But let's just review the rules and how it works just to make sure everyone understands. So the chat box, what do I use it for? Well, every time a teacher asks you a question, you can type the answer to that in the chat box. It's okay if you don't know the answer. You can guess. That's also fine. The idea is that if you get the answer wrong or you're not sure, then that's something the teacher can spend a bit more time in the class working on with you guys. Now, if you have a question for the teacher, you can also type it in the chat box at any time. Teachers will usually try and answer the questions as soon as they can. Sometimes they need a moment just to finish the activity they're doing. Now, if you look at the Zoom options, you often have things like this. And the only one we use is the chat one, the one that's in orange on my screen. So don't worry about the other buttons. But what you will see is a choice, and that's at the bottom of the chat box. And this is about who can see what you write. Now, if you choose the first one, that is all panelists, that means me, the teacher. It's a private message just to me. But if you choose the second option, all panelists and attendees, then that means it's me, the teacher, and all the students in the class. So it's more like a real classroom. Now, for most classes, I would say choose that one, the all panelists and attendees, because then you'll be able to chat with the other students as well. Sometimes the other students can answer your question even faster than the teacher. So it's amazing when you guys help each other out. But don't worry, if you don't want to share it with everyone, that's fine. And today you don't have to share it with everyone. You can choose. So what I want to do is just go through a quick summary of the school before I take you across and show you around your account. So what I've got is two schools. We've got E2School.com, the yellow one, and we've got E2Language.com, which is the blue one. Now, the big difference between these two schools is the blue school, E2 Language, is all about test preparation. So if you've got a question for about IELTS or PTE, OET or TOEFL, I would recommend heading over to E2Language.com. That's what they specialize in and they can help you much, much better than I can today. But if you have an E2 Language account, we have automatically given you an E2 School account as well, so that you can come across to us and actually use some of the other programs to help build your English up. And that's what E2 School is all about. We are trying to build your basic English skills and improve what level you are into a higher level and get you stronger and stronger as you study. So what I want to do is go through what we've got in the school, and then I'll talk about a couple of the changes that have just happened this weekend. So the first question most students ask me is, what level am I? What level should I do? So can you help me? Can you type in the chat box? Can you tell me what level you think you are? Do you know what level you are? If you don't know it, that's okay. You can also guess, that's fine. And as I'm talking, maybe one of the levels will sound about right for you. Tell me then. But I'll start with the first three that we've got, and that way I'll explain the difference in the school. The school has two groups of courses. One that I'm calling the essential skills courses, and all the others are your basic levels. So the idea is you can go from beginner up to advanced, and you can study your different level, but at the same time, you can work on different skills. So the three skills courses, or technically it's four now, but it's the three categories. We've got, there's a spelling course, two different speaking lab courses, all about your pronunciation, and a grammar review course. Now, the grammar review and the spelling courses right now are completely free. The speaking lab courses, you can see some parts of them for free, but you will need to upgrade to get access to all of them. And when I talk about upgrading, I'll show you all of that when I open the school website for you. But let's go through the other levels first. Are you a beginner, lower intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, or advanced student? Now, what do I mean by these? Now, when I start at the bottom one, the beginner, we also call this a starter level. So this is normally for people who are really, really new to English and need somewhere to start. So you need some basic vocabulary and basic grammar, basics. And this level, the beginner course, is free. So if you've got friends who are wanting to start learning English, put them onto this. This is a great way to start. There are two really popular frameworks, tests, ways to evaluate your English, the how you score them. IELTS is one of those. And so for a beginner, we would say that you are lower than a band 4. The other one is the CEFR framework, which is using the letters A, B, and C. So for the beginner course, you're lower than an A1. So let's go up. We are going to our lower intermediate level, and this is an A1 to A2 or an IELTS of about 4. Lower intermediate is not completely free. You will only get a small amount for free, and then you will need to upgrade. But the bonus is that from the lower intermediate and higher, there are also live classes that are connected to all of these. The other thing you'll find is the lower intermediate and intermediate levels have a lot more grammar built into them. So I'll show you intermediate as well. Intermediate is a B1 or an IELTS of 4 to 5. So intermediate and lower intermediate courses both have listening, reading, writing, speaking, and a big vocabulary section for both of them, because we know you need to learn lots of words so you can understand these levels. But there's also a grammar focus section, which is some of the basic grammar rules broken down into more detail. I would recommend this and using the grammar review with it, because that way you can do both of these grammar lessons and improve your grammar much faster. When we get to the upper intermediate level, we don't have, wrong way. We don't have the extra grammar lessons, because now we're changing our focus from grammar to more of a vocabulary aspect, but the vocab is more about how are you using it and making sure you're using it accurately. So when we're looking at an upper intermediate student, we're expecting you to be about a B2 or an IELTS of 5 to 6. When you're at this level, again, you'll get listening, reading, writing, and speaking, and again, a big section on vocabulary. The vocab is very, very important to match each of those lessons, because it will help make sure you're using it more accurately to in all of the skills. And advanced is the same thing. Again, it is C1 or an IELTS of 6 or higher. And we often call this test ready, because a lot of students who are in the advanced level are this close to being ready for the test, but they're needing to improve some areas. Maybe you need to improve some skills, but in a lot of cases, it's about the vocabulary. So level advanced has been designed to focus on the major topics that you'll find in a lot of the really big tests, and the vocabulary that goes with it, and then it's linked with all the skills. So it's all designed to start the lesson and continue. So let's go and have a look at the course and let me show you what it looks like. So if I've got this right, did I change my screen correctly? Can you tell me, can you see a student account that is a little bit like yours on the screen in front of you right now? Excellent. Oh, and by the way, what level do you think you are? What level is sounds like a good level for you? Upper intermediate for name. Excellent. So basically, what I've got is my student account. I can look. I've still got too many showing up, but that's because of what I've done. I've added too many. You should see your courses here, or you can go to my courses on the side here and see all the courses that you've got. Now, let me check with you. Naim, it looks like it's just you and me today in the class, which means I'm going to address you personally because what I want to know is, have you got any courses in your student account? What courses do you have? Yes, exactly. I agree. It's fantastic. It means we can make sure that you're in the right place. Because this weekend that just went last Saturday, we actually relaunched E2School. And what's happening is if you have a paid account, we can keep going as you are. But if you have a free account, I'm going to recommend we switch you over to the new school. So that's my big question. What courses do you have in your account? And are they free courses or have you paid for anything yet? Excellent. That's perfect. So Naim has just told me he has a paid E2 language account, which is great. And that means they gave you an automatically free E2 school account. Well, what I'm going to suggest is we get you a new updated free E2 school account. So don't worry about the old one. You can ignore it. You can completely close it. You can go into it and remove your email address if it makes it easier. What I'll do is I'll just turn my camera off and show you what I mean. If I go to my profile up in the corner, when it loads, in here, you'll get your information. So you can change your email address here and you can maybe make it, in my case, this is my demo account, but you could change the name and you could remove the first half of it or something. And that way you will be able to use that email address again. However, you should still be able to use this email address in the new school because I'm pretty sure it's a new creation, so it shouldn't be an issue. But this way you won't have any old emails accidentally coming to you if you change this one here. So once you do that one, what we're going to do is go to the basic first website, e2school.com. And what I'll get you to do is click on the sign up button, and that way you can get a whole new free account. When you get this free account, it will be almost exactly the same, but I'll show you in a second what the small differences are. So what you can do is go to, you said upper intermediate. So we'll click on this one, the intermediate button in the middle, and it will give us the upper intermediate. So that's the one that we're interested in. But you can also add the pronunciation and the spelling as well. So we can view the packages. And we've just changed the way this is laid out so it's a little bit clearer. So this way you can see what you get available in the free package. You don't get access to everything. So you only get, in this case, the study topic and the animals topic. So you get one of the topics to try everything. If you go to the basic, you'll see that you can access everything and it's all available, and the test is included as well. The difference is the writing, the feedback test is not included, and the speaking is not included. But if you want to have those, you can go to this one, feedback. And this means that you'll get all of this. So you get the feedback section as well, which means the teacher will mark your writing and your speaking and give you specific feedback. Oh, sorry. So yes, I would definitely, sorry, Naeem's just said I've got missed the last 30 seconds. So yes, create a new account is the best advice I've got for you. And that way we can get you onto the new system and you're not going to have any transfer issues later, because we're going to slowly transfer everyone across. But since you've got a free account anyway, we might as well start you on a new one free. So you can go into here if you want and just choose the free one, not a problem. Or you can go up to Pro, which means you'll also get access to tutorial with a teacher, and it finishes with an English certificate from us. So again, you can choose the level, but if you want just the free one for the starting point, add to cart, view more. The other two I'd recommend are these two. So let's start with spelling. So I know English spelling is really, really difficult. And this is why we've added a new course that's all about what the most common spelling rules are. So it will make it so much easier. You follow the idea. So you can go in and choose the courses you want and the normal procedure. What you'll find is your school account should look something like this. So again, it looks very, very similar to what you had before. The big difference here is that we've got a couple of different courses. So as I said, I've got a spelling course that I've added. I've still got my grammar that's free, and level 1 is free. My pronunciation is here, but I've got two different options. I've got essential, the basics, and we've added a new pronunciation course that is more advanced, and it's looking at consonant clusters. So I think this is a really, really good program. So it's all about the sounds. A cluster is more than one letter together. So for example, the R clusters, here we go, like BR as in brown, or FR as in fresh. So you've got the different clusters of the different sounds, and there's a whole lot of different rules. And that way we've got some listening and speaking practice for all of them. So that's the new extra course. So let me go back to the dashboard. Other than that, all the other levels are pretty much the same. So we've still got level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have one that's missing. I don't have my level 5. So all the numbers just got moved a little bit to make it a bit clearer. So we've got beginner, lower intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, and I don't have the advanced course. So I need to add that to this account. But you don't need advanced if you're not ready for that yet. I would definitely recommend only getting the level, like level 3. No, you said upper intermediate. Upper intermediate, so the level 4 one, that should be enough for you at the moment. But make sure you get the grammar and the pronunciation, spelling and pronunciation. Those ones are definitely worth getting. Now, the other change you'll see is on the side here, where you can actually get a summary of my packages so that you can see what you've got in your account really quickly and easily. So these are the courses I've got, what type they are, and how many days I've got left remaining. I've also got the add courses here, so I can add anything in the future at any time as well. Other than that, it's basically the same. So the big one for me is live classes. Have a look at the calendar. If you want to join any of these classes, you can choose the thing. So there's a new one this week for spelling. So if you want to go to it, you just click on the button, read the information, and this one is the most important thing, making sure your time zone is correct in your account, because if your time zone is correct, then this will automatically connect up to your time zone. So for me, I'm in Melbourne, so this is correct. So this is going to be 12 noon in my Melbourne time. So if you're in another part of the world, this will change to match your time. So if you register, you will get an email from Zoom with the link, and you click on that and join the class. So that's pretty much it. We still have the live class library. So we're going to load all the classes when they happen, the recorded ones, into here. And that way, if you missed watching one of them, you can just come and watch it anytime you need to. And of course, don't forget to read the messages from us, because It will be there as well as here and community posts. So we're trying to give you information from the school and any updates. So make sure you read those as well. I think the other big one is the help section. If you're lost at any time, make sure you come and do the help button. So the help button looks like this. You get two choices. So visit FAQs is all about, I guess you could call it like a library of most commonly asked questions. So you can click on any of these at any time and read the information. Or if that doesn't answer your question, you can go to the other button, ask a question, and you can send someone in my support team a question, type your message up, and you can even add a photo if you can show me what's happening, and I can try and fix, or someone in my team will try and fix what's happening in your account. So you just push submit at that point. So for me, I hope that's everything you need to know. But Naim, I hope that made sense, and I hope that you've managed to get a new account and it works for you. Do you have any other questions? Because if you do, type it in the chat box now. Lovely. Okay, so does your account look a little bit like this? Then go to add courses. So Naim has just said, I just signed up for a new account, which means hopefully your account looks like this. So can you please show me where to go to get the spelling course? So if you go to add, in here, you'll get all the different options. You can do all courses, or you can just go to skills and why is it not there? Let's go back to all. It should be showing up. Oh, I know what it's, sorry, it's not in my account because I have already got it in my courses. I've already got the spelling, but you should be seeing in the skill builder section that you should see the spelling there. This is not how my screen looks. Oh, okay. Do you have, if you go to add courses, does it give you something like this? Have you opened and signed into your account? That would be probably the first step. Hold on one second. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and have a look at what Nam has sent me. You're still in the old school. Okay, so I had this feeling this might happen. Right, so what's happened is there is an automatic tech thing that's happening where it has registered that you are a student using the old school. So you've just signed up for a new account with the old school. So sorry about that. So what I need you to do is just go and type, I'll type it now, study.e2school.com. So the new URL is study.e2school.com. So if you type that, or if you click on that, if you copy that from what I just sent you, that should take you to the new school, and that way you'll be able to get the spelling. And thank you for helping me work out what is going to be a problem name, because you're my first student that I'm wanting to try and help switch over. So this is going to be something we need to think about. Hey, you're helping me as well. So in theory, if you've gone to that website, again, it should be the same thing, sign up like the normal process, like you just did. And then you should see spelling as one of the options in the skills category. Excellent. I'm so happy. Okay, so from what I can see, right, good question. How do I permanently delete my old accounts? Well, hold on one second.